Hello everyone, I'm Alisha DiNuccio, and with the holiday season rolling around, I am going to be talking about a long-standing tradition that has been under a lot of pressure recently. Believing in Santa Claus has come under a lot of fire in these recent years, since a lot of people start to think it's dishonest and childish to tell your kids this beloved tale. Others say it's positive and a beneficial tradition. But I am here to convince you today that believing in Santa Claus isn't only good for kids, but it's good for their development. When you think of the holidays when you were a kid, the anticipation, the excitement of Santa Claus coming was the best feeling to experience. Why are we going to take this away from kids? I believe that encouraging kids that Santa Claus is important is a good aspect of their childhood. It builds their imagination, it builds their empathy, gives them a sense of wonder, and it perseveres their innocence. The first thing that the belief does for kids is to keep their imagination alive. When kids believe in Santa Claus, it allows them to use their imagination and expand all the ideas that they have. Believing in an idea like Santa sparks their creativity as kids imagine his journey around the world. They picture the North Pole, the elves building their gifts, Santa riding on a sleigh with his reindeers. And without this tale, it's just not a part of their imagination. It really dulls them down, and they're not free to expand. When kids write their letters to Santa, they're not just asking for presents. They create their own stories in an own magical, memorable way. In 2020, Jacqueline Woodley of UT said, whether you consider it a white lie, a lie whose beneficial outweighs its cost, or a simply chance to collectively imagine the impossible, bring Santa and your family at Christmas can make a special time a little more special. Being a kid and leaving out cookies and carrots for Santa's reindeers and seeing them gone the next morning gives them a sense of joy that cannot be replaced. On the other hand, as kids leave out cookies for Santa after his long adventure, they are taught empathy along with this belief. Kids learn the lesson about joy and happiness of giving, not just receiving on Christmas Day. Even when donating toys to the less fortunate, kids think about Santa's kindness, how he spends his time going around the world, being so generous, which encourages themselves to spread love, generosity, and kindness of gift giving in their own lives. Another benefit of the tale Santa Claus is he does inspire wonder. In 2014, Wendy Thomas Russell of PBS said, "Seen in the right light, Santa is not a lie. He's a mystery. And it's up to each little boy and girl to unravel the mystery for themselves." The mystery captivates a child's wonder when they imagine how Saint Nick goes around all of the world in one night. It allows them to think and question, how does this happen? Children having all these questions encourage them to be more curious about knowledge of the world. They'll explore more of the world, they'll be more interested in different aspects, because it's just the why aspect of it all. Lastly, in my opinion, which is the most important reason why this tale should be told, is that it preserves childhood innocence. Right now, in this day and age, the world can be so scary. Santa Claus can almost be an escape for children. Nowadays, kids that they need to grow up as early as they can. And this tale of Santa Claus can be safe for them, and it's filled a sense of magic and joy. Kids can believe that they can be kids and ignore adulthood for a little bit. Of Saturday Evening Post, Jeff Nilsson said in 2020, "Children may no longer believe in Santa Claus, but that's no reason to take the mystery and surprise out of Christmas." People might also argue that the myth of Santa Claus is a form of dishonesty. In 2002, Francis Wasker of Education Digest said, "When children learn Santa Claus is not real, they also learn some negative things about adults. First, that they lie, but it's really harmless to kids since they are so young, and it only makes them happier. Other people may say that kids will be upset when they find out the truth about Santa Claus. But the reality, growing up, there is going to be disappointment. And when you truly think about it, growing out of the tale of Santa Claus is not going to be outweighed of the memories that you have of this beloved tale that brings so much magic. I went over today valid facts and reasonings why it should be encouraged for kids to believe in Santa Claus, which is surely good for their development. It grows their imagination, it gives them a sense of empathy, gives them a sense of wonder, and it really does preserve their innocence. After all, it's not about whether Santa exists. It's about the joy, the love, the values which his spirit and tale comes to bring in our lives. Thank you for listening.